Located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Play fake. Winston. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 touchdowns. That's caught. Juwan Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And Holley clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Willis. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston.
Damn,
Foster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just holds the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Flushed out right.
Jesus Christ, Jameis Winston? Come on, man.
Saints. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on.
God damn.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
God damn. Leap.
It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, when it comes to throwing the deep ball, no one has ever questioned the arm strength of Jameis Winston. And this is a beautiful throw right here. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in his first half, he's missed an extra point.
Bullshit, man. Damn.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Off the play fake, Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there, maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Steps away to his left. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Off play action. Willis. It's caught by Hooper. And it's a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Bullock good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Deontay Harris. And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team.
That's caught in.
Chief, motherfucker, we bring both of them? Yo, come on, yo.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they...
Yo, you gotta catch that, man.
To do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change anything? They're going to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on third down, Willis. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Oh, boy.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the third.
You can't go forward.
Gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
God damn, bro.
Intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have great field position.
God
This is
damn,
just shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Maybe one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Wow, open from the whole fucking game,
Great
man.
effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints continue to pull away in this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Hilliard will elect to now return it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it has
They ain't even that fucking good, man. Dang.
And they get one here in the passing game.
Steps away. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on first down, Willis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Off the play fake, Willis. Rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Oh,
I don't care
boy.
if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the
Fuck
corner,
this
Bradley
man,
Roby. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Meanwhile, Winston's still taken in by Landry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw here, hauled in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Willis escaping the pressure right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's able to
all
get
this
this
time.
to
It's
40
what a
yards
ball.
before he's out of
Damn.
bounds. A
Fuck
big
is all that?
connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Oh, nice move. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get
No
the
fucking
feeling
pressure.
that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want
That should be
focus on
all
the good stuff.
fucking day.
They try to throw on 2nd down,
All
but this one
day.
is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
All fucking day. This shit should be all day.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. Off play action. Willis. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out right around the 39.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them?
That's supposed to be a 1st down.
To make a play.
Ah,
Down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down.
yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the? Tell Lawan, what the fuck?
Going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
God damn.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Willis. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action. Winston. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
All day that shit should be, man. Hella picks.
They'll take over at the 10. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one.
Damn, man.
Still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Off the play fake. Willis on the move to his left. And he's going to be brought down.
Taylor Warren, you suck, man. Fuck. You suck.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coach, I always say,
you
got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And my goodness, another interception.
He's slow as shit.
With a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the gun, Winston. This is caught. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Touchdown! It's complete. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Willis. And this one's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The toss right to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He dumps it off for Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown of the year. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Pull it good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They're looking to throw this. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lead, yeah, a little extra on top.